So let's talk about the awareness level campaigns. What is an awareness level campaign? Well, it's a campaign designed to expose your brand to new people and develop affinity. So exposure and trust. Like, do I know you? Do I like you? Do I trust you? And so that is pivotal. You literally cannot have conversion without somebody knowing you and trusting you. All right, there has to be that piece there. So let's talk about how do we develop awareness. So this is a schematic. Here, let me get my fancy laser pointer here. So again, traffic's here, but we're gonna save traffic for after the machine's built. And so this is a full path to purchase funnel that we've created. And so this is the awareness level section, and then we go into our sales level section, and then we have an advocacy section here. Okay, so let's walk through this a little bit. Now you'll notice I also call it the HubSpot funnel. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the brand HubSpot. They make some customer management software, good company from Boston. But the reason I bring them up is because they've literally used the exact same marketing strategy since, I've been following them for the last like 14 years or whatever it is. And so I want to use them as the example, and this applies to like every business. It does not matter if you're direct to consumer, if you're business to business, if you're selling products, if you're doing services, it does not matter. This idea, this concept is foundational. So let's talk about traffic for a second. So obviously one of the hot new traffic, well, it's not really new, but everybody talks about social media traffic, right? Everybody's doing social. And social is one of the things that I think most people do and have no idea why they're doing it or what's successful. It's like, I just need to post some stuff and it's just gonna work. Well, it doesn't work that way. And so in social in particular, you have to be extremely specific and intentional about how you leverage that traffic. So if you look at HubSpot here, they sent off this post on Twitter, and everything that they share has a little bit of info with a link, right? So when you click on that link, you now go to their blog post, right? You go to their blog. And so you see their blog that they wrote on these templates. You read this article, it's really cool about using those templates. And then at the bottom of every single blog post they have, or pretty much every single blog post they have a call to action, a relevant call to action. So they have some doohickey that is specifically based off of the content from the blog post that you can download. And at this stage is where they capture your name, your email address, so on. So now they know what you're interested in, they've captured your info. And so when you look at this process, you might be thinking, okay, I got to share all the social media stuff, and then I got to write all these blog posts, and I got to send them to this doohickey to download. Well, the beauty and why I'm using this example of this process is there's a way that we've done it that is way more effective. And what that is starting with macro to micro. So a macro piece of content would be like an ebook or this webinar or something that's a little substantial. It's not just this quick thing. It's a substantial, valuable asset. And what you do is you start with that macro piece of content, let's say like this ebook, and then out of the ebook, you can chop up that ebook into like 10 different blog posts. All right, you take a few paragraphs, the chapters, different pieces, and now you have your blog post. And at the bottom of each blog post, you have an opt-in to download the ebook. Then each of the blog posts are literally the title and the link for all your social media stuff. So by creating one macro asset, you've basically built your entire blog post content strategy, and you know what you're going to share on social media. And it's all cohesive. It's tied together. It's not just haphazard, what could I share that might be cool for people? I have a consistent plan that goes and shares awareness, builds affinity, captures their email address. And so this really is, if you're having any problem with sales, revenue, leads, things like that, this is the first thing that you have to create, is this macro to micro funnel and creating these valuable assets to build relationship and capture information. So you'll notice we captured the email address, right? So that is an action level type activity, but also it's kind of still part of the awareness level. And I think what we need to do now is, after we've captured this email address, we have to have an intentional plan to help drive these people to purchase.